Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. As you can see, today we're going to be taking a look at a knife from Buck, and unfortunately this is a discontinued model, so if you want to pick one of these up you will have to find it on the secondary market. I'm on a massive sort of 112 kick. They're my favourite Buck by a long way. It's just a perfect size version of the 110 for me. The 110 is a little bit large for me and doesn't really make sense for my sort of uses, but the 112 is fantastic. But yeah, this one has been discontinued for a good couple of years now. But this is one of the ones which they produced for sale outside of the US and Canada. So this would have been one for Europe, all that sort of places. So it is USA made. You can see that underneath that sticker. The standard style Buck box, forever warranty, edge of a legend, all that sort of stuff on there. And we are looking at the Ranger Ecolite, and that is 0112 GRS4-B. And you can see this one was made on the 1st of October 2012, so it's a good 13 years old. But it came in the box and everything was in there apart from the paperwork. So inside was the sheath, and it's this sort of nylon style sheath with the Buck text up here. So you've got Buck on that little black thing and Buck on the back there as well. And this sheath didn't look like it was used at all. Now I have carried this knife in the sheath, so it is used. But the one thing I prefer about these over the leather sheath, so you get the normal carry this way, but you can also scout carry these, which is my preference for carrying a 112. I love having it on my belt. When your belt goes through these two loops here, makes it a lot more discreet for in the UK. It just sits on your back. Think about this being your back, and on your belt it sits there like that, and I think it's absolutely perfect for sort of a UK carry. But it's nice to get it. I didn't pay a lot for it either. I think I paid £50 for it, and it looks like it's never been used. It was still razor sharp. I haven't done anything to it apart from oil it and carry it. But yeah, let's take a look at the knife. So here it is. This is the Buck 112 Ecolite, and this is Paper Rock, these covers. So that's very early micarta, I believe. See, we have the Buck shield on there, and it is sort of a navy blue sort of emblem embossed there, or sort of stuck onto the covers. Now this thumb bar is an addition from myself. I bought two, and they were too long for a 112, so I've cut them in half, so you can see there's only one screw, but it does hold on there perfectly. I've not had any issues with it coming off whatsoever, and it works perfectly for a one-handed carry. But you can see this being the Ecolite, then there is no brass on it. It is stainless steel construction with the stainless pins and the pin at the top here, which got the rocker pin and the two back ones. Build quality is absolutely superb, as you'd expect from Buck. It's phenomenal. And we do have these really nice cutouts to make it a bit more comfortable in the hand, and you can see the sort of stepping in that paper rock material there. Wonderful centering on the blade. You can see it's the 420HC, so it's pretty much a standard 112 with different covers, but the paper rock is incredibly recycled, so it's a very green knife, hence why they made it green. But let's take a look at the blade. Nice snap on the open on that lockup as well. So you can see you've got the Buck 112 and then the backwards C with the dot, which is 2012, and then USA underneath. And you can see that factory grind on both sides of the knife there, not been touched or used. And you can see that wonderful hollow grind that Buck do so well. It does have a nail nick, which isn't needed. So one thing I would change about Buck is if they would stop putting nail nicks on knives, which you can pinch from any point of the knife and open it easily. But apart from that, it's a standard Buck 112 size, but we'll take a look at some specs here now. So we have a close length of 4 1/4 inches, and then we have a blade length of just shy of 3 inches and a cutting edge of 2 3/4. So if it wasn't locking, it would be UK legal, but unfortunately as it does lock, it's not. These cutouts really do lend themselves to make this knife superbly comfortable in the hand. You can see how my forefinger fits here, and then the 3 remaining sort of grab around that bit there, and I can't feel any hot spots at all on this thing. And it's a nice chunky knife as well, while being light, because if you think of the normal one with brass, it's a lot heavier, and if you like like a thicker grip or like a more sturdy handle when you've got gloves on or anything like that, this would be a perfect knife for you. Action on it is great. It does need a little bit of working in. It's a bit sluggish on the close, but that's me being very sort of picky. It just needs to be worked a bit, and that will come with time. As you know, it is mainly with a lot of Buck knives, you do have to sort of work them in. But you can see beautiful fit and finish. There's a little bit of a gap up here, but that's because of the liner lock or the back lock. You can see I could probably tighten that and it would go down, but I don't want to ruin the action because it's perfectly good as it is. And that thumb bar makes it a fantastic one-hand open. I really wish the green would come across properly on camera as what it's like outside in the natural light, because it's superb. Probably have to do a short of this one out in the sunlight so you can get the full effect of the colour. But it fits wonderfully in the 112 sheath. You just pop it in like that, and then I would sort of scout carry that on my back. So instead of having it dangling down like this and sort of sticking above your shorts or your pants and below, you can have it across your belt like this. And it's just a perfect sort of scout carry, but I'm very impressed picking this up on the secondary market, and it's pretty much unused and brand new. I was very happy to find this. But I've got to give a shout out to Mikey Newman. He did find this, well, he saw it and thought of me and said, you should probably get this. And I'm glad I did, because it's a brand new buck knife. It's been discontinued for a long time. But my buck 112 collection is slowly growing. I think I'm up to 6 112s, and then I've got 2 of the 422s, which is basically a 112, just very, very slightly different. Probably should have to do an overview video at some point, or a collection overview of all my buck 112s. But yeah, brand new in the box. Only thing missing is the paperwork. It's got the sheath with it, multi-carry opportunity on the sheath, so you can do scout and on the normal pocket clip. Overall, I'm very happy with this knife. It's a fantastic find. As I said already, the buck collection is growing. Slip joints as well, but for me, the 112 is the best buck by a very long way. I know a lot of people disagree and say the 110 is better because it came first, etc. And that's fine. You know, I've got smaller hands, so it works perfectly for me. But I can 100% see why a lot of people like the 110. It is fantastic. But there we go, guys. That's my overview of the buck 112 Ecolite. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.